Story 1. In the heart of the English countryside, nestled among ancient oaks and whispering pines, stood Whispering Manor. A grand mansion with towering turrets and ivy-covered walls, it loomed over the landscape like a dark sentinel. Despite its beauty, locals whispered tales of the mansion's dark past, of tragic deaths, mysterious disappearances, and restless spirits that haunted its halls. It was into this ominous atmosphere that Emily and her friends found themselves drawn one fateful summer evening. They were adventurous thrill seekers, eager to explore the mysteries that surrounded Whispering Manor. Armed with flashlights and bravery fueled by youthful naivety, they set out to uncover the truth behind the legends. As they approached the wrought iron gates, Emily felt a chill run down her spine. The air seemed to grow colder, and the trees whispered secrets that sent shivers down her spine. Ignoring her unease, she pushed forward, determined to uncover the mysteries that lay within. The mansion stood before them, its windows dark and foreboding. Emily's friends exchanged nervous glances, but they pressed on, curiosity driving them forward. With trembling hands, they pushed open the heavy wooden door and stepped into the dimly lit foyer. The air was thick with dust and decay, and the floorboards creaked beneath their feet. Cobwebs draped from the ceiling like sinister veils, and the walls seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy. Emily's heart raced as she led her friends deeper into the mansion, each step echoing through the empty halls. As they explored room after room, they uncovered relics of the past. A rusted sword, a tattered portrait, a dusty journal filled with cryptic writings. But with each discovery, the sense of dread grew stronger, as if the mansion itself was warning them to leave. Ignoring the warning signs, they pressed on, determined to unravel the secrets of Whispering Manor. But as night fell and darkness enveloped the mansion, they realized they were not alone. Shadows danced in the corners of their vision, whispers echoed through the halls, and unseen hands brushed against their skin. Panic set in as they realized they were trapped in the mansion's grasp, unable to escape its clutches. Emily's friends screamed in terror as they were pulled into the darkness one by one, their voices fading into the abyss. Alone and terrified, Emily raced through the mansion's labyrinthine halls, desperate to find a way out. But the mansion seemed to twist and shift around her, leading her deeper into its depths. The whispers grew louder, taunting her with promises of doom. In a last desperate bid for escape, Emily stumbled upon a hidden staircase leading down into the mansion's bowels. With nowhere else to turn, she descended into the darkness, praying for salvation. But what she found at the bottom of the staircase chilled her to the bone. A vast underground chamber filled with the remains of those who had dared to enter Whispering Manor before her. Their faces twisted in agony, their eyes hollow and lifeless, they served as a grim reminder of the mansion's dark legacy. With a sinking feeling of dread, Emily realized that she would never escape Whispering Manor alive. For in the depths of its shadows, something ancient and malevolent lurked, hungry for souls to devour. And as the darkness closed in around her, she knew that she too would become another victim of its insatiable hunger. As dawn broke over the horizon, the last echoes of Emily's screams faded into the morning mist, swallowed by the darkness of Whispering Manor. And as the sun rose higher in the sky, casting long shadows across the landscape, the mansion stood silent once more, its secrets buried deep within its walls, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to wander into its grasp. Story 2. Ravenswood Estate stood at the edge of the sleepy town, its imposing silhouette casting a shadow over the surrounding countryside. Once a majestic manor, it had fallen into disrepair, its once grand facade now crumbling and weather-worn. But despite its decrepit state, Ravenswood held a dark allure, drawing those brave enough to explore its haunted halls. Among those drawn to the estate was Alex, a young photographer with a fascination for abandoned places. Armed with his camera and a sense of adventure, he set out one foggy evening to capture the eerie beauty of Ravenswood for himself. As he approached the estate, The air grew thick with an oppressive stillness, broken only by the sound of his footsteps echoing against the cobblestones. The mist clung to the ground like a shroud, obscuring his vision and lending an otherworldly atmosphere to the surroundings. Undeterred, Alex pressed on, his curiosity driving him forward. He pushed open the creaking gates and stepped onto the overgrown path leading to the manor's entrance. The once grand doors hung askew on their hinges, inviting him into the darkness beyond. With each step, Alex felt a sense of unease settle over him, as if the very air was charged with a malevolent energy. But he pushed aside his fear and ventured deeper into the estate, his camera at the ready to capture whatever secrets lay hidden within its walls. Inside, the air was heavy with the scent of decay, and the walls seemed to whisper tales of tragedy and despair. Alex's footsteps echoed through the empty halls as he explored room after room, each one filled with relics of the past. A broken chandelier, a faded portrait, a forgotten diary. But as he ventured further into the depths of Ravenswood, he began to sense that he was not alone. Shadows danced at the edges of his vision, and strange noises echoed through the halls. Goosebumps prickled his skin as a chill wind swept through the corridors, carrying with it the faintest whisper of a voice. Determined to uncover the source of the haunting, Alex pressed on, his heart pounding in his chest. He descended into the estate's long-abandoned ballroom, where the air was thick with the echo of music long since silenced. It was there that he saw her, a young woman with eyes as black as midnight, her ghostly form gliding across the dance floor as if lost in a trance. With trembling hands, Alex raised his camera and began to snap photos, capturing the ethereal beauty before him. But as the flash illuminated the room, the woman turned to face him, her eyes burning with a hunger that sent a shiver down his spine. In that moment, Alex knew that he had trespassed into a world beyond his understanding, a world where the dead walked among the living, seeking revenge for sins long forgotten. With a sinking feeling of dread, he realized that he was trapped in Ravenswood's grasp, doomed to join the countless souls that had met their end within its walls. As the woman's ghostly form advanced towards him, Alex turned and fled, his footsteps echoing through the empty corridors. But no matter how fast he ran, he could not escape the relentless pursuit of the spirits that haunted Ravenswood Estate. In the end, Alex's fate was sealed as he vanished into the darkness, his camera falling silent as it captured his final moments. And as the mist closed in around Ravenswood once more, the estate stood silent and still, its secrets buried deep within its haunted halls, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to wander into its grasp. Story 3. The moon hung low in the sky, casting a pallid glow over the sprawling grounds of Midnight Manor. Situated on the outskirts of a forgotten village, the mansion stood as a relic of a bygone era, its once grand facade now weathered and worn by the passage of time. But despite its dilapidated state, Midnight Manor exuded an eerie charm, drawing the curious and the foolhardy alike into its shadowed halls. Among those drawn to the mansion was Sarah, a young writer seeking inspiration for her next novel. With a mind teeming with imagination and a heart filled with curiosity, she embarked on a moonlit journey to explore the mysteries that lay within Midnight Manor's walls. As Sarah approached the mansion, a sense of foreboding washed over her, sending a shiver down her spine. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and the wind whispered secrets that chilled her to the bone. But she pressed on, her footsteps echoing against the cobblestones as she made her way to the mansion's imposing entrance. The front doors creaked open with a protest, revealing a dimly lit foyer adorned with faded tapestries and crumbling statues. Sarah's breath caught in her throat as she stepped inside, her senses assaulted by the musty scent of age and neglect. But despite the oppressive atmosphere, a spark of excitement ignited within her as she ventured further into the mansion's depths. Room after room revealed glimpses of Midnight Manor's former glory, a grand staircase spiraling upwards, ornate chandeliers dangling from the ceiling, and dusty portraits lining the walls. Each chamber seemed frozen in time, a relic of a bygone era that refused to fade into obscurity. But as Sarah explored further, she began to sense that she was not alone. Shadows danced at the edges of her vision, and strange noises echoed through the halls, a soft whisper here, a distant moan there. Goosebumps prickled her skin as a chill wind swept through the corridors, carrying with it the faintest echo of a voice. Undeterred, Sarah pressed on, her curiosity driving her forward. She descended into the mansion's dimly lit basement, where the air was thick with the scent of damp earth and decay. It was there that she stumbled upon a hidden chamber concealed behind a crumbling wall, a chamber filled with relics of a darker nature. In the center of the room stood an ancient altar, its surface etched with strange symbols and glyphs. Surrounding it were rows of dusty tomes and arcane artifacts, their power palpable in the air. Sarah's pulse quickened as she realized the significance of her discovery, a hidden sanctuary where unspeakable rituals had been performed in ages past. As she gazed upon the forbidden relics before her, Sarah felt a presence stir in the darkness, a presence older and more malevolent than anything she had encountered before. Panic surged through her veins as she realized that she had awakened something ancient and terrible, something that had lain dormant for centuries within the depths of Midnight Manor. With a sinking feeling of dread, Sarah turned to flee, her heart pounding in her chest. But before she could escape, the shadows coalesced into a sinister form, a figure cloaked in darkness, its eyes burning with a hunger that sent a shiver down her spine. It was a creature of nightmares, a being that existed beyond the realm of the living, a creature that hungered for her soul. As the creature advanced towards her, Sarah's scream echoed through the halls of Midnight Manor, blending with the haunting whispers that filled the air. In that moment of terror, she realized the true nature of the mansion's curse, a curse that bound the living and the dead in an eternal dance of darkness. And as Sarah's cries faded into the night, swallowed by the shadows that lurked within Midnight Manor, the mansion stood silent once more, its secrets buried deep within its haunted halls, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to wander into its grasp. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment and turn on notifications if you enjoyed the video so you never miss an upload.